Really? Okay.
Triple kill. You took the ball. Your team scored. You win.
Welcome to Tech.io, where we give our input and output it to you. Yo, it's Durrik from Tech.io, and the arena shooter is back, baby. I honestly think everybody needs to give Lawbreakers a chance because it's such a change of pace from everything anyone's been playing lately. It's so different from CSGO, it's so much faster paced than Overwatch, and all you have to do is just give it a chance. You just have to try it out, learn the classes, learn how to play. It's seriously so much fun, especially if you do it with friends. Now, as a little disclaimer, I really wasn't the biggest fan to begin with. I played the first and second betas, and the first beta I didn't like it at all. I didn't really give it a chance. I never learned any of the modes, I never learned any of the characters, I just didn't like it. I don't know. I couldn't get into it, and it was really hard from the get-go, and I think it was kind of a turn-off. But when the second beta came out, I played with a friend, and it made it so much better. We learned the game together, we learned all the modes together, and kind of figured it out as we went, because we're too arrogant to watch any tutorial videos or anything like that, but we just kept playing, mode after mode, and every time we learned a little bit more and it got more and more fun. Blitzball is like an insane next generation sport, and I freaking love it, because it's a super intense mode where a ball spawns in the middle of the map, and as soon as the round starts, everyone rushes to the middle of the map and fights over it. First team to actually get a hold of the ball has to run towards the enemy's spawn and try and score it in their goal, which is represented by a small circle that's the same color as the enemy team. And since their goal is located so close to their spawn, you'll kill them to try and score a goal, and they'll be respawning to try and defend it, which leads to some crazy intense moments where it's just as likely the enemy team could kill you right before you score a goal, or you could take out an enemy or two as you sprint for the goal and score. Another awesome mode is Overcharge, where there's a battery in the middle of the map, and both teams gotta try and fight over it, and then whatever team gets it brings it back to their base and the battery begins charging. Now that battery holds a charge until someone scores. And the way you score is by bringing that battery to your base and defending it for 20 seconds, and that'll earn you 1 point. But the twist is, the enemy team could come by and steal it at any time, and if it's at 100%, it'll still be at 100% when they take it, and they could bring it back to their base, and then all they have is 20 seconds to score. And the mode you're seeing me play right now is actually very similar to Overcharge. It's called Uplink, where there's a satellite in the middle, except you have your own percentages with this one, so you gotta capture the satellite and bring it to your base and let it charge to 100%, and then 20 seconds will count down, and once it reaches 0, you score. So when the other team takes it, your percentage remains. Then they bring it to their base and their percentage starts going up, and it's just a cat and mouse race to see who can score more faster. Another mode that there is Occupy, where it's basically King of the Hill. A hill will spawn at random sections on the map, and it'll stay there for a certain amount of time while each team fights over it, and then it'll move to somewhere else on the map. Now, one of my favorite modes is called Turf War. It's very similar to like Conquest in Battlefield or Domination in Call of Duty, except there's a twist to it. Each time you capture one of the objectives, that's a point, and then that base is locked down until the other 2 objectives are captured. And as soon as all 3 objectives are captured, all 3 objectives go into lockdown, and there's nothing you can do but try and kill each other while you wait for them to reset during a short intermission period. Honestly though, none of that even matters if you don't give it a chance. You need to learn this game. You're not going to automatically be good at it like all the other generic first-person shooters that have come out in the last 5 years. And trust me, I know how most of you don't want to spend any amount of time practicing or getting good at a game, but you have to trust me when I say it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth the amount of fun you have when you're really trying to compete, when you know you can compete against other players in the game. It's so worth it. I mean, it's probably going to take you a while to adapt to the speed that this game runs at, because I mean, it's crazy, especially compared to any of the shooters that have come out recently. And I know I can't force you to love a game or whatever, but I mean, honestly, I think most of you will have a really good time with it if you just give it that chance. If you just sit down and try to learn the ropes to the game. That's all it takes. I mean, I hope I did a pretty good job swaying you to want to play this game, because it really is worth it, and we need the player base to grow, because otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. Thank you guys for watching this one. I'll see you in the next one.